anything happens, I love you.
Hi! So we'll be critiquing today a short film entitled If Anything Happens, I Love You. So, If Anything Happens, I Love You is written and directed by Will McCormick and Michael Gavier. So this was released last 2020 in Netflix. So you can watch it on Netflix. And a little background about this, it is about the grieving parents who lost their child in a tragic school shooting. So you can already imagine from this what kind of film it is. It is sad. It is very sad. And you'll know how sad it is when you watch the movie. It is only 12 minutes. Is it past 12 minutes or 12 minutes? But it is around that. So yeah, we'll be talking again the 5 elements of critiquing. So the rules, storyline, illustration, effects, and the language. And we'll start with the rules. Here in the rules, there are 4 characters in this film. The mother, the father, the daughter, and the cat. So actually the cat, it's like a sub character, like a supporting character. So they are unnamed, which is unnatural, but it fits just right for this kind of film. The harmony of these characters is good, and their interactions result into the emotions and feelings that they wanted us to know and feel. And the next one is storyline. The storyline is very simple, as it depicts the emotion and the message that they wanted to convey. There's no lines, there's no conversations, as it is a silent film. Yes, it is a silent film. So it is just pure emotions that you get from the illustrations. It is very touching as you can really feel the anxiety, the grief, and the hidden emotions that the characters are giving off throughout the film. We can observe the 5 stages of grief in this film. And they are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. So those are the 5 stages of grief. And the next one is the illustration. The illustrations also help in conveying the message of the story. They use minimalistic animations, so I can say that it really helped in bringing out the colors of the emotion in this film, because we are not distracted by how good the animations are, or there's nothing much elements in the animations that can like make us sidetrack of what film is trying to say. So in here, we solely focus on how we interpret it. In this film, there are shadows that portray the character's inner self. The shadows were fighting and blaming each other while the body of the characters were still blank, minding their own businesses. Deep inside, they were blaming each other for what had happened, because sometimes it is easier to blame others than to accept things, to accept reality. I also observed how the film is in black and white, but there are some scenes where we can observe that there are colors. I think the symbolism of this is that the color symbolizes their daughter, which meant happiness for them. Without their daughter, everything is gray, everything is black and white. And black and white symbolizes their feeling of emptiness. The next one is effects. In here, we can see how the characters develop through time by reminiscing the past. They were grieving and blamed each other secretly for their daughter's death. But through hearing the music from their daughter's room again, upon seeing her favorite shirt again, and by witnessing their cat playing inside their daughter's room, they were transported into their happy memories. By the end of the film, they are still grieving, but with the memories of their daughter that they hold, they've started to be okay. They started to try to be okay. I think the main improvement here, or the main development here, is that when they realized that all that had happened were real, they accepted reality. They were past the four stages and they are now in the process of acceptance. The last one is language. Since this is a silent film, everyone can watch this. The only language used in here is the language of your heart. How you understand the film even without words. How your heart interpret the emotions that this film conveys. How these emotions touch your heart. Silent films are all about interpreting in your own understanding. This is a nice film that children can watch for them to understand emotions, for them to interpret them and to be empathic to people, to support them even without words, to support them with your presence. In this film, the daughter may have died, but her presence in her parents' memories kept them going. The memories they have with her supports them, and that's language. To be able to communicate even without words, to communicate using other means, to convey message even without letters, to convey message using feelings and emotions. After all, films are supposed to make us feel something, right? Like what I have said in effects part, it is okay to be not okay because healing takes time, and we should not rush ourselves to be okay. It's okay to be sad, and it's okay to be not okay. Some people may not understand why and what are the reasons why you're like that, why you're not okay, why you're struggling to be okay. But there are other people who understands. You just have to let them know that you're struggling, that you're not okay, for them to know what help they can give to you and what kind of support that they should be giving to you. And yes, some people don't want to let others know that they're not okay because they're afraid of judgments and others and such. But being real is the best thing. Even others painted you with names, as long as you're real to yourself, I think that's okay. Because if you're not real to yourself, how can others believe you? Take off your mask and be real today. And that's it for this video. I hope you learned something. And yeah, it's okay to be not okay. Thank you for watching. Bye.